Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Had a rather Shurenzi. Okay, Glorious E, sorry about that. Linda Goff, Carmen Donali, Sheila Drake. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Unfortunately, Ajojo Taro, I can't go all the way down. Pat Star, Elizabeth Martinez. Today's Monday. So I will be back later. Those of you who attend, you can ask personal questions, pet questions, whatever, political questions, whatever you have. So that's on Monday and Saturday evening. And I would like to remind everyone I stream every day of the week. On Saturdays, it's in the evening. And also, if you turn on the video, you don't hear any sound. It's not because there is no sound. It's because I forget to turn the mic on for whatever reason. I can be reading something or somebody calls me and I get carried away and I forget to turn the mic on. So wait about a minute. Or you can scroll at the bottom of your screen if you've never experimented with it. If you're using a computer, if you put the mouse at the bottom, you will see a line. You can put the mouse pointer to the 1 or 2 minute mark. You can start it there. I mean, in any video player, they have that. It's the same thing. Sometimes you have to use your finger if you're using a phone. That's the only difference. Or a tablet. Or some tablets have those pencils, if you don't mind, pointers. Okay. There is something that is happening with the Epstein situation. Please let me know, guys, if you are sensing it as well. It is beginning to take a life of its own and a different phase as well. The reason why I'm saying this is because this morning, I don't remember which channel, I think it was the Young Turk, TYT, that was playing a video and they were showing, his name is Uncle Luke from Two Life Crew. He was explaining, he was invited to go to, I believe, Mar-a-Lago, and it was in the 90s or early 2000s where they were having model something. And he said when he got there, I'm in the same Epstein-Trump situation. He saw a whole bunch of underage girls. He said these girls could not be older than 18. Okay. And basically, he ran out because he left the party because he didn't want to be associated with anything of that sort, and people tried to, make him pay, blackmail him or otherwise. So he left. I'm sure many more people, according to him, had those situations. But the point I'm trying to make is people are going back. People like Uncle Luke, that's his nickname from what I understand. Among others, if you watch Midas Touch, they have a slew of video, different people talking about, they have victims on and other people who have seen things, and they've had Michael Wolff, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos. This is taking a whole other phase, and what's going to happen is, I heard this morning, I repeated it, I said it last week, probably Friday, I heard 88% of Republicans still support Trump. It's going to erode that number because there's going to be so much testimonial. People, either victims, people who attended parties, people who knew what was going on or who saw what was going on, people like Michael Wolff. Intuitively, I feel it's going to be difficult to deny there is always a percentage of the MAGA base, they would, like I've always said, they won't walk away. But the 88% of Republicans, I don't know if they are all MAGAs, I mean, if they are some Republicans and some MAGAs, I don't understand how anyone can continue to support Trump, to be honest with you. Except for the MAGAs, I know they have an issue. But any Republicans who support Trump based on the level of destruction this guy, he is inflicting in the country. But that's another story. But these people, intuitively I feel, watch the next couple of weeks, it feels like to me, intuitively, there is going to be so much out there. And the thing is, there will be evidence. These are not conspiracy theories. And you know something else? There is potential for a Me Too moment along with this situation, because a lot of people are going to start asking, if they're not asking already, I don't know, so please let me know, you guys, if you are aware. They're going to start asking, when are people going to start believing women when they say something, they've been abused, raped, or, you know, rich people like Trump and Epstein abusing them, taking advantage of them, 15-year-old, unbelievable. But the point is, Trump is not going to be able to escape this. He's going to try a number of distractions, and don't be surprised, I don't put it past him to even, you know, try to take action against some country to distract us, like wag the dog, try to start a war or something. The way I am seeing him right now, he's besides himself. He cannot control this situation. Yes, by the way, I don't believe that 88%, okay? I think it's less than that. But I'm going with what they say officially according to the polls. But my friends, this is going to take, because I'm hearing health, or he's taking a toll on his health, okay? People around him in the White House and other friends, people around him who wanted to help him, are beginning to have major doubts, because they know right now, this is week 2, if I'm not mistaken. No, I mean, we are beginning week 3 of this controversy. Please let me know if I'm correct. I forget when it feels like 2 weeks to me for some reason. Or at least we are finishing the 2nd week of this controversy. It's beginning to take a toll on people around him, people in the White House. They don't see a way to extinguish this fire. And the only thing, it feels like 2 things I feel Trump is thinking about, or people around him are focusing right now. Start a war, okay, any conflict, thinking they're going to force people to look over there, okay? Or they are exploring other ways, like they're doing to the Wall Street Journal, okay? But it's difficult because there are so many outlets, meaning online, people like myself. It's difficult to sue all these people or do something. You know, as I was thinking about this morning, that they are trying to figure out ways to stop. Thank you very much, Belinda, for your generosity in the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I like the emoji. Yes, they are looking for different ways, and they are getting desperate. To me, it's dangerous. Okay? And they're not going to find a way. They're not going to be able to stop this, by the way, regardless of what they do. It's going to continue. this, this has a life of its own right now. And the thing is, it's not rumors. It's not a conspiracy. And even people, Trump fans, the MAGAs, I believe I said that. I don't know if it was Saturday night because I know, it's almost a different crew that watch me in the evenings. Even the MAGAs, okay, I'm talking about his base, are beginning to despair. Those who were hoping this wasn't true. And it seems like as I focus on them every day, instead of feeling, oh, this is not true, or there is a proof that this, whatever someone accused them of wasn't true, it's the opposite. Every day they learn something new, and every day it feels like something big may come out, some proof will drop, like a picture of himself. I've mentioned, Michael Wolff explained that he saw pictures of him. And yes, that's coming too. But the point I'm trying to make is people around him at the White House, a lot of them, because he doesn't tell, it feels like to me, let me know, guys, if anyone has ever mentioned this. I'm not talking about psychics, I'm talking about in the news. People around him, they are not aware of everything he has done until it blows up. And then just like us, they are learning about his past and things that he's done. Like this situation, a lot of them did not know. They know. Some people, I love women too, and you chase women and stuff, but this guy went a step further. They didn't expect to hear him being involved, or they knew he was friends with Epstein, but they weren't aware of abusing 14, somebody said even 13-year-old. This is so sickening. So people around him were not aware of that. And intuitively, I feel, remember guys, I told you, there's going to be an exit. I wouldn't be surprised if it's happening already, meaning people thinking and talking about leaving, and they are being told to hang on. Don't quit yet. That's what I feel. If it's not happening now, it's coming. People threatening to leave because this is a little too far, and they don't see a way out. And a lot of them believe, as I do, if he did not have something to hide, he would have released all the documents. That's another thing that's causing a lot of people around him in the White House a lot of conflict with themselves, with their Christian beliefs and everything else, because he was, God put him here, to get America out of misery, so to speak. They thought that, they were working towards the golden age, just like Eric Trump said. Watch what my father is going to do, meaning the abuse his father was going to inflict on all of us. People around him, that's what they signed up for, the golden age, all that kind of stuff. You know something else? Even his spokeswoman, I don't remember her name, but the one who talks just like the woman from North Korea. She goes on TV every day, and Caroline Levitt. Okay, even her too is beginning to have doubts of what life is going to be like, because she consciously every day goes out and lie, and she's beginning to have issue with what's going on, don't be surprised. In the not too distant future, she exits. Because that's how bad, behind the scenes at the White House, the toll this controversy is taking on everyone. Because regardless, pedophiles, being people given proof, proving that someone goes to and abuse kids, it's not something people tolerate. And that's what's going to cause, basically that's what's going to bring him down, or at least part of what's going to bring Trump down, the Trump regime. I know a lot of you are concerned about Vance. I'm not too concerned. But I'm not saying things are going to get back to perfect. No, it's still going to be a Republican administration, Republican everything, just like right now. They don't care if we die. And I hope, let me make it clear, I'm moving it forward a little bit. I'm leaving the Trump thing behind because, like I said, he can't get out of, intuitively I don't feel he can get out of the situation he's in right now, okay? This, among other things, is going to undo this regime, the Trump regime. That's my prediction. But moving forward about what's to come, Vance, it's going to be a different version of what's going on right now. But he's smarter than Trump. Just as stupid, he's stupid too, not very bright, because some of the stuff he goes out and say is unbelievable. And by the way, he went to see, Vance went to see the guy who owns Fox News. I can't remember his name right now, but you guys know he owns Wall Street Journal, Dow Jones, and all those companies. Murdoch, okay? I don't feel it was only because he basically wants to move Trump out of the way. He wanted to know, and to it, because I've been thinking about this for a couple of days, he wanted to know what kind of evidence Murdoch has on Trump. He knows, and Trump knows. Trump is very angry about it because Murdoch is not helping him covering it up. But as we know, Trump doesn't care. He's suicidal in some ways. So he wants to cover himself. He's suing Murdoch, although he knows Murdoch has the good on him. Because he knows what he did. He knows there are ample evidence of him doing things he's not supposed. Well, you can do them if you don't aspire to become president of this country, and then start a whole bunch of lies, accusing people of things you've done in the past. Democrats are pedophiles. He is the head pedophile. But the point I'm trying to make is Vance went to not only for Trump and others, but for him as well. I've said this before. Vance has been, he's looking at the clock for Trump to leave and for him to ascend to the presidency. That's what he's doing. Because he doesn't see how Trump, among other things that are going on, he doesn't feel Trump is going to be able to survive this. That's my prediction. But he went to visit with Murdoch, not completely for the reason we are being told. He wanted to see as well what Murdoch has on Trump. But I don't feel Murdoch is favoring him over Trump. No, because, Murdoch doesn't have much respect for Trump, okay? Let's get that out of the way. But I don't feel he has a higher esteem for Vance either. And as I'm saying this, one of Murdoch's sons has no respect for Vance. And totally, that's what I feel. So, my friends, hang in there. It's going to get rocky, okay? And as far as ICE, there is potential for that organization to neuter itself, in the sense that a lot of them don't want to go out and do what they are doing. The job of harassing people and arresting people, deporting people based on the color of their skins or if they have an accent or something like that. And you know, guys, you remember I told you, I don't remember, I can look for it. I said, Norm and company are looking for a certain type of people to hire to do this job, people who suffered from childhood traumas, because a lot of the time, people who don't go to counseling and they can tough it out or nothing is wrong with me, some of them can be very abusive and they want to take their anger on others. That's the profile people like Oman and the guy who's in charge of ICE, they are looking for. But it's going to backfire, because as we see, some of them are already in the streets, and there is an article. I don't remember which newspaper wrote the article. I should have. I don't think I wrote a little bit of it, but I don't have the name of the newspaper. But I'm sure you guys, you'll stumble on it. There is an article about what I predicted of the type of people they are looking for. That's what I'm saying. But that is also what's going to cause the demise of that organization. First of all, I don't feel they are going to, intuitively, my prediction is they are never going to be able to achieve the goals that they have for ICE to deport all those people. They're not going to be able to. And ICE will never, they have a ton of money. A lot of it is going to be wasted. And the other thing is, a lot of them, if they haven't started already, we simply haven't seen it in the newspapers, it hasn't come out, they're going to start basically tell on themselves what upper management, their managers are telling them to do, how some people are going out, they have mental issues, they're going out abusing people. There is an 82-year-old gentleman with diabetes, retiree. He has his green card, and it seemed like he lost his wallet, so he was going to immigration to get another card. I don't know what the process is to get, if you lost your credit card, not credit card, your immigration papers, what you do, I don't know. But it seemed like in his case, he had to go in for them to give him a new one. And he went in, they arrested him, and they deported him to a third country. A third country, my friend. The guy is 82 years old. What kind of monster would do something like that? Well, the profile of the type of people who did this, they're going to have more of them. And totally, I feel like saying that's what's going to cause our taxpayers is going to, unfortunately, I am sure, well, fortunately, because I would be surprised that I don't know his name. They wrote the newspaper has his name, but I simply forgot. I don't think I wrote it down. I wasn't planning on using this as an example. If he survives, okay, because I can confuse time, I don't want to say he's going to go. Okay, I've done this before. It's not something I like to do. But intuitively, I feel his family is going to sue ICE. And unfortunately for us, we're going to get a whole lot of those lawsuits because of those people with childhood traumas. And it's going to cost a lot of money. This is going to be over. That's why I keep saying to all of you guys, hang in there. You know, it's not, we have not seen the worst yet. Because so far, I watch a lot of videos about the way ICE goes out and arrest people. There are two things I haven't seen happen yet. And I feel it's a matter of when it happens. One of them, just freak out because people are protesting and getting in their faces and then open fire on the crowd. That's one. The second one is an ambush. And that can cause a lot of death. Either one of those things is possible. I don't know which one is going to happen first. But if you notice so far, and also this says something about they are told to be very careful, because if that line is crossed, if somebody dies, and God forbid it shouldn't make any difference, but God forbid if the person is an American citizen, it's going to be big. And if you look at how when people push back, they leave. Intuitively, I haven't seen it anywhere yet. So you guys, if you've seen the reason why they don't, they just back off. Please let me know. But intuitively, I feel it's because they tell them, your problem if somebody dies. So it feels like threaten people is the first step to taking action. But they have been told to be careful because they may be held responsible for some reason. I don't know what the laws are. I don't understand. I don't know. But that's what I feel is coming. And those type of people with the profile of childhood traumas, all that kind of stuff, having that number of people in your organization, and you see them in action, you know they can't handle the pressure, and they're not trying to do the job that you want them to do, it's going to be a problem. Intuitively, it's going to blow up. This whole initiative, make this into a secret military force or secret service, secret police force, arresting people all over the country. It's going to look very bad, but it's going to blow up in their faces. They are beginning at the White House to have doubts about this whole situation because it's not unfolding according to their plans. They thought they were going to be able to scare Americans, and people are not afraid. They are peacefully protesting against these people and standing up to them. If anyone is reacting badly, it's the ICE agents, because I was watching a video this morning where one of them basically was using his SUV thinking he can scare people. For a moment there, I thought he was going to drive over one of them, one of the protesters. Thank God that didn't happen. But my friends, I know it's annoying. I know it's depressing when you watch your country. You've never seen anything like this. I've seen it before. It's a very dangerous situation, and anyone can become a victim. But hang in there. It's going to get worse before it gets better. But don't let it freak you out. Better days are coming. That's my prediction. And yes, they will be held responsible. Every single one of them. That's my prediction. Okay. And the reason why I said we'll plan to take over our universities succeed, I don't think so. I feel Harvard, well, I wouldn't be surprised if Trump finds a way to get off this mountain he's on. He doesn't want to die on it. He right now he has so much going on, and the situation that he's on right now is so depressing. In fact, I don't know how many of you, the Obrego case, the Trump regime made a concession. They were saying before, if the judge release him, they will arrest him the next day. According to what I read this morning, they gave him 30 days. They're gonna continue to back off. Everything is, regardless of what you hear Trump say, it's a facade. It's baloney. So the point is, to me, there is so much that's going wrong. Harvard stand a very good chance of winning and putting Trump and his regime in its place. And the Abrego situation backing away, changing their mind, and also they are short on manpower as well, because they are firing lawyers and lawyers are quitting on their own. It's not looking good. But my prediction remains the same. This is going to backfire on them. And one more thing, I don't have it here. I know a lot of people are concerned about Ukraine and Russia. Remember, guys, I told you I didn't want to say what was going to happen. I'm sure all of you heard what happened over the weekend. Yes, he's pummeling Kiev, the capital, okay? And he's Putin is bombing and killing a lot of people. But the toll this war is taking on Russia is unbelievable. Their economy, their people, their stand in the international arena, they're getting beat up. But also over the weekend, Ukraine hit them really hard as well. I mean, to the best of their abilities. It's taking a major toll as well. A psychological toll, but also they are targeting the right places to destroy. And I feel like saying, if Putin continues, Ukraine is right next to them. They know what the central nervous system is. If they destroy it, and they can, they will attempt. And I feel like saying, even if they don't destroy it 100%, they will damage it really bad. They can cripple Russia. That's what I'm feeling, that's what I'm hearing. So my prediction is, if I were Putin, yes, Trump is trying to give him a win, but thank God the European Union is hanging tight with Ukraine. I have to modify my prediction. The only way Putin has a leg up on Ukraine is because of Trump. But I don't feel he's going to succeed in keeping the Ukrainian down. I still don't feel that Russia is going to win. No. That's my prediction. I thought I would say something about that. Okay. And somebody asked me, I read Sue said, I read somewhere that Russian soldiers are being sent Ukraine without their weapons. Oh yeah, some soldiers have revolted. There is, I gotta tell this story. I'm glad you asked that, you posted that. There is an American family. They decided the DEI and all kind of racist attitudes some of those MAGAs have. They moved to Russia. Guess what? Putin took the husband. He gave him 1 month training or something like that, and they sent him to the front line. They said they would never do that. Yeah, it's on Blue Sky and on Twitter as well. I was cracking up. It's so dumb, unbelievable. Have a good day, Gloriously. Okay, I'm looking for questions, and someone asked me an interesting question about. Somebody asked me, can you ask your followers, can the president file suit against folks or companies for personal gain or sue people, period? He's been doing that. Yeah. I don't remember who asked that question, but I thought I would answer it. But another person asked me, this is something in a newspaper. A lawyer said the Epstein brother, okay, because Epstein has siblings. I didn't know that. One of his brothers said, if people knew of Trump involvement with Epstein, elections, it seemed like the 2020 election, would have been canceled. So that's another thing I did mention in my big spiel. Okay, those people too, Epstein brothers or siblings and people who are close to them, and Dershowitz, all those people. And there is, Congress, a lot of people in Congress are demanding that the file be released. So Trump has no way out. This is, and someone else asked me, he's not going to be able to put this fire out anytime soon. And someone else asked me, with the cancellation of Colbert's show, should we expect censorship to reach us? He's been trying for a while. He simply hasn't been successful. So it's not that it's going to reach us. He's trying. It's not working. That's all. Shane Granite says, Milou, have you ever thought of having a moderator or someone search the chat for questions while you talk and post them to you? The thought occurred, but I'm not sure if you guys want that. Please let me know if you guys want something like that. I'm open to it. It may help getting more questions answered. Just a friendly suggestion. No, I agree with you. You're right. I've thought about it, but you know something? I have my hands full. And also, the way I was thinking about doing that is introducing phone calls, like, let's say, for example, I'll just do a segment, like, instead of doing, I just kept on talking, sorry, but the first segment I spoke for 20 minutes. And so I'm going to have to do something, make it shorter, and then, have people call or something. Just like I do on my evening session, instead of personal questions, it's going to be political or something like that. Yeah, thank you for posting it, but yeah, because I've had all those thoughts, but I didn't know if people would be open to it. And I also was thinking of including Zoom and this. I have a couple of ideas, but something, YouTube is, I'm trying to figure out what YouTube is doing. It's not a fun thing. Okay, it's quite discouraging. Okay, but yeah, thank you for suggesting that, Sean. It's a great idea, but I didn't think people would go for it. Raymond Di Pasquale says, F45 is an illegitimate president. Oh, yeah. But don't tell Republicans that. Okay. Okay, Sean asked another one. Do you see the 20 states that's suing about the illegal access to Medicaid records winning their case? And do you see more states suing because it's illegal access? Yes, I feel the thing is Trump is going to appeal all those things to the Supreme Court. And that's where I feel we're going to have problems. But because of the privacy laws and stuff like that, the states stand a very good chance of winning. Okay? But it's not going to be straightforward. All right. That's what it feels like to me. And Trump is not going to be happy about it. There are a number of things that they're doing that we don't know about yet that are to come out. Boudica says lots of maggots are unhappy with fruitcake, but there will always be that small percentage of cultists. Oh yeah, for sure. That's what's keeping him going. Okay, friends. Thank you very much, everyone, for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If you like the channel and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It would help me a lot. And also, don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please, everyone, give me a thumbs up. That would help me too, because for some reason, there is something that's happening. I don't understand it. Once my videos reach like 4,000 views or 5,000 views, I don't know if it's me or if it's what the algorithm is doing. They stop showing it. In fact, that's what I'm going to investigate after I'm done speaking here. Okay, so I'm trying to look for ways to overcome that barrier. So please give me a thumbs up. It would help me a lot. That will help me overcome that barrier. Okay, friends, I will see you all. Those who come by later, I'll see you later. Or today's Monday, right? Yeah. I have to check. Yeah, today is Monday. Yesterday was Sunday. I just remember something I did yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday. So yeah, I'll be back later. I will see you all tomorrow, same time. Till then, bye.